So first of all, let us actually clarify. गुलटियाज are done by monkeys. बंदर लोग गुलटिया मारते हैं. When the devotee is offering his obeisances on the ground, it is called Shashtang Dandavat. It is not called Gulatiya. It is a misunderstanding. It's a misinformation. This is not Gulatiya. It is called Dandavat. We will try to understand about that. As you can see in the picture here, while doing sometimes Govardhan Parikrama in Vrindavan, many devotees roll on the ground like this, one by one, and they cover around 12 kilometers of distance of Govardhan Parikrama. It may take around 24 hours, it may take so many days, and they do Parikrama like this. So, first of all, this is not Gulatiya, this is a Dandavat Pranam. Now we will try to understand whether this ritual of Dandavat is required to please the Lord. So this also we will try to understand. Suppose one child who does not understand medical science, he gets injured in his foot. His foot is injured. And the parents take him to the doctor. The doctor, after cleaning up the wound and applying medicine, everything, in the thighs, the doctor gives him injection. And the child is bewildered. अरे पहले ही मेरे पाँव में दर्द है, ये डॉक्टर देखो कैसा दुष्ट है, मेरे और पाँव में दर्द कर रहा है. First of all, I am having injury in my leg, and this doctor, you see how he is doing. He's giving me more pain in the same leg. Isn't it? The child may not be able to understand why it is being done. Sometimes, in order to remove pain, you may have to give little pain. It is required. Isn't it? Just like the doctor is giving actually little pain. Even by taking bitter medicine, the person is undergoing some kind of pain. But it is required. When a person becomes matured, he can understand. Somebody who has gone little off the track in his mind, in the medical treatment, sometimes बिजली के झटके दिए जाते हैं. He is given current, some kind of, so that the person, can try to regain his memory or try to understand, and some cells can, fall back in the track. So he may not be able to understand. अरे मैं तो पागल हूँ. पहले ही लोग पागल कहते हैं, ये डॉक्टर और मेरे को झटके लगा रहा है. He may think. He is not able to understand. So sometimes, in order to remove pain, some pain may be required to be given. And when we are not in matured condition, when we don't have proper understanding, probably we will not be able to understand them. So now we will try to understand what is the reason and science behind this Dandavat Pranams. Why Dandavats are done by the devotees. The most important reason is to become humble and to shed our false ego as the master, as the enjoyer, or sometimes even thinking ourselves as controller and God ourselves. Once it so happened, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he was sitting in one room in the temple in Los Angeles. It was a small temple, not very big temple in Los Angeles in the beginning days. It was somewhere in around 1970s. He had a disciple by name Tamal Krishna Goswami. Prabhupada was discussing something with his disciple, with his Shishya. Suddenly, another disciple entered and he brought one painting, and this was the painting. You can see this painting. This is one of the painting where how creation happens is explained in Bhagavatam, and that is depicted through this picture. So then Prabhupada started explaining to Tamal Krishna Goswami that This is Mahavishnu as mentioned in the Vedas. When Mahavishnu is lying down on Karana Sagar, causal ocean, from his breathing, millions and millions of universes comes out like bubbles. And in each and every universe, where there are millions of universes, there are many, many planets, right? We all know also, according to science, there are many universes. To give you an example about how many universes, just like you cannot even count your hairs on our head. Or if I give you a sack of bag in which there are mustard seeds filled, what is the value of one mustard seed? Very small. In a bag of full mustard seed. Similarly, millions of these universes are coming out. And in each and every universe, there are many planets. And then Prabhupada said, out of all these universes, we are in one small universe. And in that universe, there are many planets. In that planet, we are residing in Earth planet. On Earth planet, there are many continents. And now we are in American continent. In American continent, there are many countries, many cities. And like that, among all those cities, we are sitting in Los Angeles. And in Los Angeles, there are huge, many buildings. And now we are sitting in this small room. And this Tamal Krishna Goswami, he is thinking he is very important man. You see? So Prabhupada just wanted to give the understanding about how we have to understand our humble position. What are we? In front of us, ants are nothing, right? Thousands of ants we will be walking over. When you are walking, so many ants are killed. Do we even care about how many ants are killed? Insignificant. When we drink water, so many bacteria are going into our stomach. Are we bothered about the bacteria? For us, they are very insignificant. Similarly, first of all, we have to recognize our position. What are we? We are sitting in a one small planet called Earth and we are assuming so much importance. And not able to understand the greatness of the Supreme Lord. People sometimes say God is great. But unfortunately, we have no idea how great is He. Janmadhyasya yataha anvayat itarataschartheshva abhigna swarat. It is said in the Vedas, from whom everything has come into existence. That is called God. So just imagine, we put one small Sputnik in the space and we become very happy. Can we put planets like Earth? Can we manufacture moon planet? So we should recognize our insignificant position. First thing to understand reality is, what is knowledge is to understand reality. That is called knowledge. So we have to understand God is great, we are very insignificant. But now we have assumed lot of importance for ourselves. No, I am controller. So sometimes Prabhupada used to say, what kind of controller are you? You cannot even control your stool, right? You have to rush to toilet, you cannot even control. You cannot control your eating. If you eat something more, isn't it? That also you cannot control. I used to give an example. In my college, there used to be a competition sometime. I was from St. Joseph's College in Bangalore. There used to be a competition, who will eat more number of ice creams. So I have seen many students. And I was seeing one student ate around 21 ice creams. The moment he took 22nd ice cream, he took out all the ice cream he had eaten. He vomited everything. So even that much is not under our control. And we are thinking we are supreme controller. Death is not under our control. Old age is not under our control. So first thing, lesson we have to learn is, our insignificant position. That is a real knowledge. So this Dandavat is a ritual which makes us humble. Not pride and with this kind of stiff head and we are thinking, walking like a boss. No. At least in front of God, we recognize our humble position. That is the whole idea. So that is the ritual behind, that is the reason behind it. That it is basically to shatter our false ego and to develop that humility regarding the Supreme Lord. So it is not unscientific. There is a feeling attached to that. There is a reason attached to that.